All right, I think we're there. Awesome, guys. Well, happy Thursday. Welcome. My name is James. I am the head of product adoption here at PushPress. So my job is to really make sure that all of our clients and anyone who's interacting with PushPress knows how to leverage the tools that's available to them to help your business succeed. So today we're going to cover some basics. So for those of you guys that might be kind of PushPress pros or veterans, some of these things that I'll talk about today, you might already be familiar with or already using. And then hopefully you guys can get a few more tips out of what we covered today. But for those of you guys who are kind of brand new to PushPress, I just want to make sure that you guys are utilizing everything that's available to you guys. So today's gonna be pretty quick. We're gonna go through 5 either settings or tools you guys can be using to, one, leverage your brand and really just own the member experience. So give me one second here. So when it comes to branding, we're not going to kind of dive deep into what creates a strong brand, because that can be from anything from your coaching experience to your social media presence, apparel, all those kinds of things. So there's a lot of things that we can go over. We won't touch on any of that today. We might say that for a future conversation. But today we'll go over, again, what you can kind of put into motion right now. So I'll kind of just dive in and show you what the experience is, and then we'll kind of break it down in a little more detail. All right, so give me one second here, share my screen. All right, so first things first, we'll start with setting up your logo, right? So that's really important, and if you haven't done so already, make sure you go and do that. So a good way to do that, or an easy way to do that, is you can go to your control panel, go to settings. And the only 2 things that we'll cover for the purpose of today's webinar is uploading your logo and then setting your main color. All right. So I'm going to upload a different logo here. Let's see. We're going to upload our bot because I like this logo. Cool, so we've confirmed that we've uploaded here. So when it comes to the logo, and again, we'll dive into this a little bit deeper later, try to find a version of your logo that's square. That's gonna come across the member app and all the different things that we go over today a little bit better. And then the other piece that you want to make sure you set is the main color. And so this, I'll show you how that kind of comes across as well. So that was red now. Let's go ahead and set that to a blue, okay? So that's step number 1, right? That's the first thing that you can do, the easiest thing you can do. So now what we'll do, kind of going along lines of this, this member experience, member journey, right? So we've already set the logo. And what I'm gonna do is go to a landing page. And so the next step logically is the first experience that someone has is probably gonna be with some kind of sign up page, whether it's gonna be a lead capture page, signing up for a free trial class. So what I'll do is go to a plan. I have a free plan here. So I'm going to pull up this landing page. Perfect. So you can see it has my logo. It has the color that I selected. So again, very simple, very clean. And so this is step number 2, right? This is the next piece to this, the member's experience, is making sure that, again, they have a very clean, very well represented page for them to sign up for. With your information on it, right? And so I'm actually gonna switch over to my mobile device here because I'm assuming now that most people are scrolling through Facebook, scrolling through Instagram, come across an ad, and let's say they find this free week ad. Well, chances are they're not gonna be in front of a computer. So let's go to our phone. All right. One second to pull that up. There we go. Perfect. So you guys can all see this. So again, this is just a mobile version of the page that we were just on. And so now I can go ahead and sign up, right? So let's go James, test, James. PushPress. Fake number in there so you guys don't get my phone number. And we are human. Oh man. All right, traffic lights. Let's see if I can get this right. Nailed it. That never happens. All right, so now I can go to sign up. Okay, so perfect. So now we're just signed up. Now we'll go back to the next step. So once they've signed up, they can now log into their member portal app, because at that point, once they sign up, they'll receive a few emails. One of them will contain a link to the member portal where they can manage their member information, register for classes. And give me 1 second. I'm going to pull this up for you guys on my phone again. All right. Okay, so this was an old company. So I'm going to go ahead and just log out of this one and get back in. So we can see what it looks like with the updated logo and then the updated color scheme that we selected. Okay. So again, you can kind of see it's not a very a loud way of putting your brand in front of a client's face or member's face. But again, it starts to create this very uniform kind of experience where from landing page to now the member portal where they can, sign up for a class. But again, it has your logo, it has your color scheme. Another hack is you can somewhat customize this background image based on the setting that you have in settings for business type. And eventually we'll make this fully customizable. But again, that's step 3, right, is the member portal experience. So let's get back to our screens here. Okay, so now step 4. So they've signed up for classes, they've registered. So the next logical step now is they're going to show up to class, show up to your gym, right? And so what they'll first end up doing once they get there is to check into class, all right? And so this is now where the check-in app comes into play. So I have a couple screens here. I've already connected my check-in app to this gym. So now all I can do is, well, first it has the color scheme that we created, right? So it has that blue that we were looking for. So I can go ahead and just type my name in. And I can check into the class. And it's that easy, right? And so the last piece of this is the screens. So this is our screens app. You would have this installed on an Amazon Fire Stick, plugged into your computer or plugged into your television, and we can use it to display both workouts and class attendance. So let's first take a look at classes. And so this, you can see we have kind of a weird headshot, but we have a headshot of one of our coaches, Owen Pepper, right? And as you can see, I just checked in. My name is right there. And again, this still has the same color scheme. So if you have multiple screens lined up, you can see there's a check-in screen, or the check-in app, you have your screens app for the attendance, right? So again, it starts to create a little bit more of the smooth experience. And then now as a coach is coaching, right, you can utilize the screens to display your workouts. I think it's a really valuable tool for coaches to use. If we go to the workout section of this, let's see, let's reset this. I think my old settings are in here. I want to reload this app. Still showing the old logo that I had previously about 5 minutes ago. Let's see. So while we wait for that to load, Curtis asks, is this only for current PushPress users? Yes. This is standard for all PushPress accounts, so you don't need to be on Pro for this. This is included in the free version of PushPress as well. So if you're not a PushPress client, sign up. I will include a link on the playback for this for PushPress free, and you can explore the system. Explore it, see how it works out for you. You can utilize all these features. All right, so let's come back here. Let's see workouts. I didn't pull. I need to reset the, refresh the screens here. Give me 1 second, guys. So since I've been playing with the system all morning, I've been kind of going back and forth between different color schemes and whatnot. Let's see, so let's go to Screens app. Let's refresh this. All right, let's see. Refresh workouts. Oh, it's not pulling in my new logo. All right, well, it would work smoother on initial sign up and initial logo upload. But let's kind of dive back into the settings here and how we can kind of better set up your logos and whatnot. So let me go back to my screen here. So you get the kind of experience that we're trying to create, right? Nothing overly complex, nothing hard to set up. Really, it's just make sure your logos are in the system and you have a main color selected. Because then after that, then all it is just making sure you're leveraging all the different apps that we have, right? From the Screens app to the Members app to the Check-in app. Those are the three main ones you should be using. With that, we do all the heavy lifting for you, right? So when it comes to your logo, we actually put together a logo one sheet for those of you guys that may not have who may be looking into updating your logo, right? We created this one sheet here, which again, I'll also include in the playback. But this was created by our head of product, Chris, and he's the one who's responsible for kind of designing all of the front-facing user interface. And so the main things to kind of look out here is you'll have your primary logo. So notice this is just kind of the main one that you might put on your on the front of your business, right? A nice big kind of wider logo. But then we also have different mock-ups, right? Or different lockups. I'm sorry, I'm screwing that up, and this is me not being a designer. But notice there's the monochrome version, there's a reverse lockup. But what's also important, and for the purposes of how you utilize in PushPress, it's logo mark, this kind of square version, right? So every gym should have, I think, at least two. You have your normal wider version, and then you have your logo markup or logo mark mockup. So we'll have this included in the playback as well, so you guys can reference that. And that's really it. So again, nothing groundbreaking here, nothing overly complex, but we just wanted to make sure you guys have the tools available to you right now that you can execute in the next 5 minutes, as long as you have the logo set up already. You can go ahead and just take advantage of that right now. What we'll do in the next coming weeks, I think next week, we will go over some more marketing tactics and marketing, like essentially a marketing checklist that everyone should kind of have available to them to kind of develop a well-rounded marketing plan. Again, nothing very specific, but it'll be good for a basic checklist to make sure that we know what each opportunity is. And obviously you can kind of play to those strengths, make sure that each tactic that we're using makes sense for your business at whatever stage you're at. So again, I promised a very quick webinar. That was it. I'll spell all this out a little bit cleaner in bullet points on our blog, along with the playback of this video. And again, in the coming weeks, coming months, we'll start kind of diving a little bit deeper into better tactics or more aggressive ways that we can create marketing funnels, lead funnels, lead capture. And then we'll also interview Zach Forrest, who heads up our Push Start program, on some of those marketing basics. All right, guys? So stay tuned for that, but we'll have this playback ready for you guys later this afternoon, along with those links to the logo and what was the other thing? I'm drawing a blank, but I'll have all this ready for you guys on a blog post at the end of the day. All right, guys? So I don't see any more questions in the Q&A section. So we'll wrap it up for today. Again, my name is James Plata. I am the head of product adoption here at PushPress. So thanks for tuning in. And if you missed any of our previous webinars, follow us on YouTube. Otherwise, we do have a podcast that's coming out that our CEO, Dan, is just kind of starting out, the Gym OS podcast. There's a lot of good stuff on there. Every week he kind of dives in with a new guest speaker, next specialist, and really just kind of just jumping into current events, trends in the fitness industry and whatnot. So a lot of good stuff there. So make sure you tune into that, guys. All right. Thanks for tuning in.